Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we're back for another slime video. And we have entered the light meta, which means that we have received a new light protector. So, today's video is to determine who is better. The existing light protector Ramiris? Or new protector and best girl, Souka. Without the U, apparently. So, I'm going to go over their stats, so I will put a timestamp in the description this time in case you already know what they do and you just kind of want to move on to the gameplay part. But for those who don't know what they do because you either don't have either of them, or you're just new starting the game and you don't have them anyways, Ramiris leads Light and Earth, and her skill is she changes all orange into blues, which can be very useful in many situations, especially if your whole entire hand of orange is debuffed, which happens a lot. And she also increases your light attack by 16% for 2 turns. This, I think, goes up to 20%. So 20% light increase damage and a full hand change. It's a very powerful combination, allowing your entire 6-card hand now to do more damage. It allows your ults to do more damage. And then her trait is when all 3 vanguards, so all 3 frontline units have 75 or more HP, she increases your attack by 4% at the start of the turn. So if you have a very good opening hand, and you just have an automatic 4% extra attack. Very good. Going over to Souka, since she is a new unit, she does do a tad bit more than the baseline protectors. Granted, it's only been 3 months, so not a lot of time has passed, but she does do some interesting things. So she also leads Light and Earth, which is fine. I kind of wished she didn't lead Earth. Maybe a different, maybe water or something, but neither here nor there. Her skill, though, which I have maxed out, increases all allies' guard rate by 80%. So 80% of the time you will take reduced damage, which is great. She decreases the skill cost by 20 for Vanguard allies, but it cannot go below the initial cost. So what this means is that if you use a 55-point skill, it now becomes a 75-point skill, and then you pop Souka and it becomes a 55-point skill again. Automatically. So pop the skill, use Souka, and now you don't have, that detriment by increasing the skill cost by a lot. Very powerful skill. I showed that off in the original showcase of the 2 units. I like this skill a lot. Her last part of her skill is she increases your orange gauge increase by 20%, which is good if you're going for, some ultimate attacks. A 20% boost is a 20% boost, and it's more than what you get normally. Then Ramiris is going to give you nothing. She just gives you a little bit of attack, which in turn can maybe do more damage across more normal attacks, but most of the time people are going for ults. Her trait, when 3 Vanguard have 50% or more HP, increases your crit resistance by 10%. Now, Ramiris is a more offensive-based unit. She changes your hand, which allows you to do 150 to 200% combo damage. She increases your light attack on her skill and her passive. Souka is very, very much more defensive-minded, and so to compare these two head-to-head would not really be fair judgment, because they're not meant to do the same thing. One is meant to keep you alive, and one is meant to help you do as much damage as possible. But I still have to do a comparison video to determine who is more useful overall. So we're going to take these 2 into the Orc Disaster Conquest and Crucible. I think the newest stages are light-based. So we're going to go into those stages, we're going to try them out, and we're going to see how they fare. This video could get a little long, just a heads up. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'll cut to, the interesting parts. We'll see. But for now, we'll be back. Okay. We are back. We're 4 turns into the Stage 70 Crucible fight against Diablo. we are using Souka as our protector first off. We've gotten pretty good hands. Turn 4, we have an alt for Shuna, and we have an entire hand for Gazel. So what we can do here is with 44 points, we can do the buff here with Gazel. You know, increase our damage from, you know, the 200 point boost that we're going to get here. We're also going to alt with Shuna, and we're going to do some decent damage here. And now we have the gauge for Souka. So we'll gun through here, 12,500, you know, she's not buffed at all. Okay, stop guarding. I'm sorry if you can hear some banging in the background. They're dumping all the dumpsters away in my complex. Alright. So, we have almost a good hand here. And so now, what we have is we have a 50 point skill here and 35 and 35. But we can pop Souka now. I'm gonna watch this. I always forget to turn the sound up. Alright, and now we're back down to 30 point and 215s here. So what we can do is we can just do these again. Orange to blue. Green to orange. Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay, so we can do this. We're gonna do these. Okay, we're gonna change this orange. We're gonna boost up, and now we still have enough points. Oh, we didn't have enough points. Damn. Oh well. Not almost what I wanted to do, but not quite. At least we got the boost though. So we're gonna do this. This is getting really loud out there. So we're gonna launch this alt. We are boosted now by his 2 attack buffs. 24-3. 45, 45, and then 32. Probably should have led or ended with Gazel. Oh well. Alright, and the guard is having us take, you know, 500 damage, 400 damage. We still have it up for his alt. We can go ahead and... what do I want to do here? Decrease all targets crit damage? No, it's not really important here. Let's go ahead and send the... we got more greens coming. Now we'll send these. Guard, guard, guard. And then the ult, 2400 damage. Definitely not a lot. Okay, and we're close to having a Souka gauge. I don't know, this won't get it though. And these are still debuffed. Okay. So, you can see the power of being able to, you know, buff up for that 5 hand plus the ult and do, you know, very good damage, and then immediately be able to pop this buff and reduce those skill costs, allowing us to use those buffs again for Gazel's ult. I mean, I find that to be a very powerful effect. You can't do that with Ramiris, but we could probably do more base damage with Ramiris without having to pop those buffs. So I don't know if we're actually going to beat this before the 12 turn limit, before he starts doing some stupid crazy damage. So I'm going to cut here. If we do, I'm going to continue the fight. If we do beat it, then cool, I'll show you. If not, then we're going to move on to the Ramiris showcase. I think we're going to kill here. We don't have enough to really boost with anyone, though, which is unfortunate. Decrease a single target's attack, oranges to blues. No, I want to send that entire hand. I think we can kill him with this. Shuna is a single target. So 12-6, I think we kill. Ooh, maybe we don't kill, actually. Not if he keeps countering. And again, we're being loud out there. Okay, there's the kill. Okay, so we have killed. Cool. 12 turns. I think 12th is when he like buffs himself up to Oblivion and he can just one-shot anyone. So we weren't taking that much damage. Let's try this again, but with Ramiris, and see if it is any easier. Okay, so starting out turn 1, you can see that we have an additional attack buff right here on all of our characters. That is the additional 4% coming from Ramiris' passive. So because everyone is over 75% HP, we get that additional 4%. Unfortunately, this isn't the greatest starting hand, but I'm going to switch out Shuna for Mirin, and we're going to send some of those cards. And then we're going to try and build up a Ramiris gauge and try and get a whole orb-changing hand, because she does change oranges, and oranges are nerfed in this stage. Not for very long, but they are nerfed. So we'll come back when we can get that orb change going. Okay, so we're on turn 6. I haven't yet used a Ramiris gauge because we haven't needed to change any oranges. We have used some skills though, so we have, changed oranges to blues and, some greens to oranges to get to the point where we have an ult. We have lost the additional passive 4% boost because Gazel's under 75% HP now, and we have to have all 3 Vanguards, so I could switch them out and we could get that boost back. Not really interested, but we're going to use Ramiris anyway to boost our light attack by 16%, and then we're going to double boost Gazel, just to see, what kind of damage we can do here. And then we have a whole bunch of Mirin attacks. Honestly, I don't know who'd be better attacking right now. She is magic, so probably her. So we'll do that. If these were all Gazel cards, that would be a whole lot better. So we're going to launch this, see if we can do some decent damage. 19,000, not the greatest. Okay, he's guarding. Alright, that damage wasn't really that impressive, and now this hand is absolute garbage. Do we have another Ramiris thing to change these? We don't. Okay. So I'm going to use those. We're already on turn 7. To be fair, I'm not a terribly big fan of Ramiris as a protector in the first place. So this is just not helping. What do we... Can we get a Mirin ult if we do this? She is AoE as well, though. So, I mean, it's not going to do that much damage. She changes to blues. Yeah, I mean, that's going to give us an ult anyway, so... Yeah, let's do that. And we'll hold on to the ult. And he guards. Okay. Excellent. Great. Ooh, okay. Alright, so now I'm going to bring in Wind Millum for Gazel. We're going to buff up. Obviously, we can't use these orb changing skills, they cost 50 points, and it just gets a little out of control at that point. But we're going to boost the 2 ults, and then we're going to bring in Shizu. And then we're going to do another 16% light damage here. And we're going to change this one orange to blue, and we have a full hand. And then we will launch this, see how much damage we can do. I don't think we're going to kill, even with the 70% boosted ult and the attack boost. 11.3 is not bad for an AoE. Ooh. 25, better than Gazel with his individual buffs. And 7,100. We still have a chance to beat this by turn 12, depending on our luck. Good Lord, it's loud out there. I think I'm going to burn the greens. And then we can maybe have a whole hand of blues come up. If we get lucky. Ooh, we do get lucky. Okay, so here's where the Ramiris orb change comes in very handy. Because we can do... Who is attacking the least? Shizu is attacking the least. Mirin is attacking the most. Okay, so what we can do is we can bring in Gazel now for Mirren. We're going to pop this, we're going to increase the light attack again, and we're going to change all these nerfed oranges into blues, and we have a full 6-card hand, and we have just enough points to boost up Gazel again, who we've already switched out for the most cards. So maybe we can kill here, maybe, and then we have another Ramiris gauge and a half almost. No, we're not going to kill here, but I think we can kill next turn. 9,000. Yeah, depending on the hand, I think we can kill next turn. Okay. And how much health does he have left? 15,7. Okay, so we can change these 2 oranges. And then I'll just blues. She would change greens to oranges. Oh, well, I guess we could have done that. I guess that was my mistake. We probably could have brought in Mirren, used her orb change to change these to oranges, and then pop this so we could have another 6-card hand. That may have cost us the match right here. We're gonna find out. I don't think we can do 15,000 damage. No, we were very, very close. We're probably about like 3,000 damage off. And now here's his super boost. Now he's gonna just annihilate everyone. Alright, so that was a misplay on my part. We could have played that a little better. We did have Ramiris. Oh, dear lord. And now he's gonna ult someone and they're gonna die too. Yeah. 37,000 damage. Okay. So, obviously they do very different things. Depending on how you play them, and if you don't make any mental mistakes like I did, you can have success with either or. However, Ramiris full orb changing is very good. The light damage increase, I don't really feel that much. 16% or whatever it is. Yeah, 16%. I don't feel it, the effect of it, nearly as much as I feel the effect of reducing all my skill costs down to their base level, or by 20 at least. I feel like that is a much more powerful effect in its own right, alongside boosting the oranges when they're not nerfed already by Diablo. So for this run, even though I could have won had I played it, I would prefer to use Souka more in this specific fight than I would Ramiris. So let's move on, and let's go to the Orc of Disaster stage now. Alright, we are in the Master stage of the Orc of Disaster. I don't want to try and slam my head against the wall and try and do Extreme. I'm just going to do Master. We're using Ramiris as a protector again. Our opening hand is absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. I don't want to orb change yet, though. I mean, we could, but I feel like it would be a waste, so I think I'm just going to run with it. We're going to bring out, I think Shuna does the most damage here, and I probably want to burn the oranges, since I believe, yeah, he nerfs the oranges. So we'll bring this in for that, and we'll just send these two. I guess we could change these two to orange as well, but I kind of want to wait and see what other hand we get, so we're just going to use these. I don't know if this is going to win. We will certainly find out. I mean, it's not the worst hand in the world. It's also not the best hand. This is not going very well. I'm going to cut, and we'll come back and see if we win or lose on turn 6. Okay. We are back. We are using the Ramiris Protector. We are on turn 3 of the Orc Disaster on Master difficulty. I didn't want to try and attempt Extreme because it's just going to take 4 hours of me resetting the damn stage over and over. We got lucky turn 3 and no one was stunned. I mean, that doesn't happen very often. But again, on Master, I think it's a 50% shot instead of a guaranteed 100 on Extreme. The hands so far have been not incredible, but not what I would consider great either. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna have Ramiris next turn. And we're doing okay damage, 24, 29. Shuna definitely does the most damage here because he is weak to magic. Okay. So, I think what we can do here is we can use Mirren to change the greens to oranges. And now I could send this 5 card and work on some alts. How close would that get us? Okay, that would almost get us Gazel and Mirren's alt, and it would get us Shuna's alt. Or I could change this entire hand to orange and boost the light attack, or change this whole hand to blue, boost the light attack. I think because it's a Ramiris showcase, we're going to do that. It might be, you know, the wrong play here. We may want to go for ults, but we're trying to show off Ramiris, not the units that she's, you know, leading. I want to show off her abilities as a leader. Okay, so we push Gazel up into the 3,000 range. Shuna's at 32 now instead of 29, so it's like a 300 point damage boost. Okay, well that's unfortunate. We can change these again, though. So, I mean, we do have another stun attack coming. We have no ults. Gosh. So what I could do is I could change these greens to oranges again, and then pop Ramiris and have a whole nother blue hand. I think we'll do that. Just for funsies. And then we do have a stun coming, and Shuna has no cards, so we can actually pop the stun dodge as well. And then we're gonna do this. We'll do decent damage here. I think we have an ult somewhere. Someone has an ult. You know, 6,498 damage. I don't think the oranges will be nerfed still. Oh, they are still nerfed. Okay. So here, I'm pretty sure... Okay, so... Oh gosh. What is happening? Sorry about that. My phone decided to start playing Trash Taste for some reason. Okay. I think what we can do here is we're gonna pop Ramiris again. You know, changing a whole hand of blues 3 times in a row is very powerful. So now Shuna cards aren't debuffed. We're gonna pop Gazel's buffs as well. We're gonna send this and we're gonna send these, and hopefully that is enough to kill him. This is the last turn before he heals up and then nukes one of us into the ground. 27,000. Okay, so we crit. So excellent. So obviously we saw the power of Ramiris, you know, constantly changing our hands to blue, which allows us to, you know, get away from the orange nerf and to get, you know, another Ramiris gauge 3 turns in a row. And we got a silver hammer. I'll take that. Obviously that was a very good strategy. I could have played things a little differently, but we still won. So let's come back here and let's try that with Souka and see if it's any easier. Okay, we are back. This time we are with Souka as our leader. Our opening hand is interesting, to say the least. It does open up some possibilities, though, so I just recorded a video which will probably go up after this one, talking about how I keep my DPS units on the backline for this kind of exact reason, because there's no guarantee that this would have been all Gazel or Shuna, but now that we have them on the backline, we can ensure that they will have all these 4 cards. We're also going to change these 2 greens into oranges, that way we have almost a full hand. And so now I'm going to swap out Shuna for Milim, and I'm going to swap in Gazel for Mirren, And that way we can get a very nice opening hand and get rid of all these oranges before they're debuffed next turn. And, I mean, I'd call that pretty decent damage. 4,400 right there. Okay, excellent. Yeah, we only have one orange to, worry about. We have 3 Shizu cards, which now we can swap in Mirin for her, because she's going to do more damage since she's a magic user. I think I'm okay with taking the stun attack here. I just want to burn... Let's see, this is 2 turns. And she changes 2 oranges. So I'm going to burn... Yeah, I'm just going to burn the Mirin cards. And maybe, hopefully, we don't get stunned everywhere. Which we did. Okay, well, unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Ooh. Okay, these will be unbuffed next turn. What would I like to do here? Oh. Obviously can't do anything. All these are stunned. I could burn almost this entire hand. It won't really get us anywhere, though, and I'd rather save all these for the next turn. Maybe I'll burn these Shuna cards. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, actually, that is perfect right here. So we can do this. And I don't know if I want to launch this yet, though. Where does this get us on Gazel? Close. Not as close as I would like it to be, though. Let's go ahead and do this anyways. Another 4,000 damage. Okay. So we do have Souka now. We do have a stun attack coming. So what we can do here... Green to orange, orange to blue. These are nerfed for 2 more turns. I don't think getting all these blues will get us a Gazel ult, though, which is unfortunate. So we're gonna pop... How do I want to run this? Sorry, I'm thinking very hard about this. I kind of want to win. We'll pop the stun dodge just to ensure that we have a turn, and then we'll put the guard up. We'll reduce the cost again of the stun, even though it doesn't really matter. We can also reduce the cost of the orb change here back down. And then will doing this allow me to have 2 ults for sure? No. Yes, it will. Okay. So actually, yeah, let's do that. Just guaranteed damage right here. 11-9, unbuffed. Okay, what does his hand look like? We don't have enough to boost anything except for Gazel. We could do one of his buffs and an orb change to blue. So let's do that, and let's boost the attack. Still don't think it's going to be enough to kill, but it's definitely something. Maybe if we got more Gazel orange cards, it would have worked a little better. We're doing another 11,000. And yeah, 5,600. So there's the heal. Here's the cleave. Oh, Mirren and... Okay, so Gazel didn't guard, but... Okay. So definitely in this stage, the time limit, the turn limit, definitely prevents us from really taking advantage of reducing the skill costs because we only have a certain amount of time to use them. Souka is definitely geared more towards a longer fight where you're spamming a bunch of skills. But personally, I'm just gonna quit out of this and we'll just finish up. Personally, I do like Souka more, and even on the Orca Disaster stage, I probably wouldn't bring Ramiris either. I would probably bring Veldora just to boost the ult and the points. But for other fights, I would definitely choose personally Souka over Ramiris just because of what she does, how much more she does than Ramiris. But that's it for my kind of comparison video between the two. Maybe I could have done a little more, but then this video would have been really, really long, and I know some people don't really enjoy that. If you want to see some other stages where I compare the two, let me know in the comments if this one doesn't, tickle your fancy. But I think Souka is a more well-rounded protector than Ramiris. End of story. So that's it for me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you later.